Hello and welcome back to 19 Hits the Dragon. This is your host, Mike Daniel. You're joining us for part 3 of our Corner Office Actual Play series. If this is your first time tuning in for this series, go back 2 episodes, listen to parts 1 and 2. Part 3 will still be here when you get done. Thanks so much for tuning in and enjoy.
Welcome home, Actioneer. Company Co. welcomes you here. We thank you for your loyalty, for working in our company. You are such an important part of the Company Co. family. Dear Actioneer, no matter what is going on outside of here, we know you're here to stay, so from your Company Co. family, have a very nice day.
The elevator, ba-ding, pops open, and you guys are able to file in easily as the doors slide closed behind you.
So I think I'm going to click the button for whoever is the archives.
The elevator ride down is calming and soothing. It's almost jarringly, well, nice. Now, that being said, the 3 of you barely even hear it. At this point, it's like a fire alarm where the battery is always beeping. You just don't even always realize that it's there in the background anymore. But the 3 of you come down to where a violent stop as the elevator shakes. It seems that it has, in fact, stopped on the IT floor that you were hoping it would stop at.
Snap.
Gotta get
However,
to fix these elevators again.
Something does seem off immediately. There is a strong odor coming from the crack in the door, and you realize as it starts to slide open, you are looking at half wall, and about halfway down is the entrance. You've stopped only about halfway on this floor, so to see out, you will have to get down on the floor essentially to look out on the floor of the elevator to look out onto this office floor.
Does the elevator door, like, at least open all the way? Like, or
it
are we
does.
gonna have to? Okay, we won't have to push it open any further. It's open.
It does
so we're
open.
just like in between 2 floors, essentially.
And do we have to fall
Correct.
down into the floor or climb up into the floor? Like which half are
down into?
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's
So
not so bad.
essentially, it is stopped like mid thigh is where it's at.
Oh,
right.
okay.
And I'd like someone real quick to give me a someone give me a D6 roll, please.
I got it.
I will not tell you why.
I got it.
Yeah, I'll defer to middle management here.
But I am going to say that, like, if these chinos are brand new, so if I'm going to get them dirty, I want Company Co. to pay my cleaning bill if I get anything on these.
Well, you
submit them on your expense report.
Something on them, right? So,
yeah. that was different. That was different. And sorry, one other thing actually before I tell you my dice roll HR, I have the bucket of snacks. So would we have time in the elevator to enjoy snacks from the zombie table?
You know what? I will say that anyone who wants to enjoy, you can go ahead and use this bucket of assets to put yourself all the way up. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
Because you rolled very well to get there. Like, this is the benefit of good rolls. Yeah, I'll say everyone can get full health off of this bucket. Now, I know you, Horace, still have that can, too. Are you cracking that open, or are you enjoying from the bucket?
No. Horace lives off of a very healthy diet of Mountain Dew and Doritos, and none of those were on that snack table, so he's good. He's good. He's going to hold off.
Yep.
Don't want to ruin the interesting chemistry he has going on in his esophagus that keeps him alive.
Meanwhile, I'm offering him some of the shrimp cocktail from the table there. And it's totally. And I made sure to get like a little glob of the cocktail sauce that's with it. You know,
it's so wet. It's like ketchup with some mayonnaise in it at this point.
Yep. And so's the cocktail sauce. So that's fabulous, fantastic. Yep. Yeah. All right.
All right,
So
let's,
the roll I got on my D6 there, HR was a 4. So
let's say 4.
a 4.
Well, that makes sense here. So as this door opens, you feel something down to your non-denominational soul. Here in a corporate setting, obviously, soul, if you choose to believe, or any other spiritual identification that you hold true or lack thereof, but you feel something. Now, every day, the three of you wake up, obviously ready to start your workday for Company Co. You put in the time, you put in the effort, you have survived, and that means a lot. But as the door opens, every bit of fuck it you've ever felt seems to be emanating from whatever is on this floor. There is a real negative vibe, as I've heard a lot of team members say in team building exercise discussions. The vibe here is not chill. Now, again, you'll have to get down to see what's going on in here. But yeah, that's what we've got.
I've got a PowerPoint that these guys really need to watch. Like, this is, yeah, like it's only like 45 minutes long. It's full of like cat cartoons. Yeah, cat cartoons and like optimistic people in business suits talking about how great it is. Like, this is, I've got, yeah.
Right. Embedded YouTube thumbnails.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Click instead of open up another window and it's always muted.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you taking a look here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look.
So what you see is it looks like another cubicle farm. However, all but one desk has been pushed to the sides of this floor. So there is one desk and one computer, and sitting at this desk is a thing. This thing is about 12 feet tall. It's about as wide as well. It has its arms outreached, and when I say arms, I don't mean two. I mean 6, maybe 7 arms outreached to several computers and keyboards at this elongated desk. And sticking out of its body are faces that you hear soft moans of despair coming from.
It's a network engineer. Yeah.
Extra limbs poking out of, and you're down here, you see this thing, and as you're looking at it, this face pops out of the back of it, this fleshy mound of person, and you hear it whisper out to you, "The company doesn't respect work-life balance." As it seeps back into this fleshy mound. That's what you see here.
Yep. I want to, okay, so as I poke down there, I'd like to try to charm it by reminding it that the company does pay for 2 volunteer days every year, and that employees are free to use them in any of the company 501c3 organizations that they choose.
So as you get down off this elevator and start spouting this line, you are hit almost physically with this not chill vibe. And I'm actually going to roll. You take 2 psychic, essentially you lose 2 assets as you are just swept over with this immediate urge. Like, the first immediate thought is, I've been looking for vacation days for months, and all I need is a 3-day weekend. And then you quiet it down, you push it back, but like, it physically hurts you to remember that you were going to take an extended weekend, but they had you come in on Monday, on Memorial Day, when everyone else was off.
They're going to make us work on Indigenous Peoples Day, aren't they?
You said that you were going to get that project to your manager's manager on Tuesday, but he needed it Monday. And what really burned you, you finished it and took it up to him, and he wasn't even in his office.
Oh, that's the worst.
So
Oh,
that's and you can give me a charm here,
yeah.
but I will tell you it's gonna be tough.
All right, I've been lucky with this die. Let's see what happens. So I have a +1 in charm, which makes
Great.
my roll a 2.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So as you put out this line and you fight back this sudden urge that you've had, you lose these assets, just this onslaught you've committed to yourself. As you throw out this line, another face appears out of the side of this creature and whispers out to you, "What did you get as your Christmas bonus?" And you know what you got.
Hey,
I need you.
those Hillshire
Josh, I
Farm
need
cheeses
you.
are fantastic. Don't knock them.
You immediately realize not just the severity of how deep it hits you, but you realize what this is. This is IT, and this is every grumbling of any employee. They read the emails, they check the emails, they have somehow, this is the embodiment of despair, of corporate sadness. This is what happens when all of those negative feelings congeal, and you see now that you're on the floor, the sloughed off fleshy bags of skin where they all seem to come together, and you realize that all over the floor and all over these skins that have been shed is the punch, where they seem to shed their skin like snakes and form into this one amalgam of depression and lack of personal days. So, what I want you to do is sorry, I've cracked myself. I've despaired myself so fucking hard.
The lack of personal days. Holy no.
Yeah.
So, you, with that roll, are going to step closer to this thing, and you're going to end your turn essentially standing near it.
Oof.
Because you only have the thought now about, let me ask you, how long have you been with the company, Mr. Alex Michael Zach?
I have been with the company. So I started in the mailroom 10 years ago. So I've been with the company for 10 years.
Wow.
And I've been in
you now have a total of 20 vacation days.
Exactly. Yeah. I just went to 20,
Yeah,
but I've got 3
very-
years of them rolled over. I mean, in theory, on paper, I've got 60 vacation days, because they just,
That's true in theory. And you've floated that up to people like Conan, Librarian, and a couple others. And for some reason, HR just always seems to say they can't find that paperwork and they'll get back to you, but they keep not. And yet some reason. So the other two of you see him essentially float forward toward this thing. And you don't hear this conversation. What you hear Alex McKillzach say, you just hear him whisper, PTO, as he floats forward toward this blob. What are the two of you doing?
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is a bad situation for him. I need to get him the hell out of there. I'm gonna I can't, man, I want to, it's old, I call my reinforced coax cable, Bertha. I'm going to use Bertha, and I'm going to try to lasso him. I'm going to try to pull him away, pull him out of this negative vibe that he's steeped in right now.
That will be strength. Because this, as you realize, you throw it out there and wrap it around him. While he, in his head, he's having this conversation, he's walking, he's literally like floating towards this blob.
Oh no. Okay.
So why don't you give me a strength? Real good, right?
It's a 1.
Oh no.
This is
you sorry, buddy.
You overshoot.
Everything was going great, but
no, do I pull the thing?
You overshoot. No, better yet, because I said you wrapped it around him. it does wrap around him a couple extra times. You overshoot, so the end of Bertha splats into this blob.
No.
And you are pulled onto the floor unexpectedly. Oh no. And you are going to lose 5 assets as you were pulled out of the elevator.
Yikes.
And the first thought, I mean, you missed it, you beefed it, you're trying to help your fellow Actioneer, but you're pulled on the floor, and the first thing you think is, they said they couldn't afford raises, but I know stocks doubled in value this past year. As you hit the floor, not even thinking.
Looks like we have a team building exercise starting.
Bertha is now gone. Bertha is no longer your weapon. Now, what I will say, yeah, that's what we've got. That's the end of your turn, because you just plow into this slimy carpet. I'm going to say, with such a hard fail, you fall onto one of these sloughed off skins. Just but through all of it, the only thing you can think is that all you got was your 0.03 cost of living, even though the city that regional headquarters in has gone.
They told me to buy my own office equipment. They'd reimburse me, but they never did.
Steve, what are you doing?
Yeah, this is a bad time. This is a real bad time.
Hitting the button, going to another floor.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just
go back
up.
up.
Peace out. Ding. Later, y'all. Let's try the other IT floor. No, I see them getting sucked in by this thing and trying to fight it, or basically being drawn into it by the despair. I think I want to try and power through. I'm going to jump down and try and scavenge around to see if I can find where this floppy disk might be in this space.
Then tell you what, give me a work ethic here. And if it's a success, I'm going to say you aren't going to lose any assets psychically, because your head knows the grindstone. I mean, fuck, you're an admin assistant. You know how this goes. Fuck yeah, you don't get vacation. Whatever.
It's not news to you.
I got a 1. No pluses to asset to work ethic at all. So it's just a straight.
Wait, did all 3 of us roll a 1 on this floor?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh my God. I've never had everyone roll a 1 before. Wow. This is groundbreaking stuff here, guys. You hop down on the floor, and you said you're looking for assets. What you're looking for the
floppy
thing,
disk, because that's our goal, right? We want to find that.
Yeah,
that's why we came to this floor. I want to look around to see if I can find that.
Yeah, tell you what, you do find it, but why does that matter? Why does that matter? Upper management wants you to get
a promotion, a corner office. That's such bullshit.
You've heard that
we can just snap this in half right now. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Go ahead, roll me a d6. Yeah, no one's gonna
get a 6 that time.
That's gonna be pretty rough, because why would you care? You know what? Fuck upper management, and you eat this disc for 6 damage as you literally just literally shards of plastic and metal as you just
those little aluminum doors are no joke, man. That's
as you gulp this down. As you gulp this down, your FPR goes off, and all 3 of you, because here's the thing, at the end of the day, I mean, you still got to toe that company line. You pay attention to that FPR. Ba-ding. Actioneers, it seems you've found the floor, you've found the team member that you're seeking, and you've even found the item you were looking for. However, it seems that you are facing some additional challenges. Please ensure that you return successfully, having completed your daily assigned task. Otherwise, maybe it'll be other Actioneers that get those corner offices. Ba-ding! And we are going to roll initiative at this point.
Wow. I feel like we should have done that way sooner.
All right, Mike. I think you're the only one that hasn't rolled initiative yet. So.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go. 6.
I believe.
Here we
Hey,
are. Cool.
There you go. You guys you've been affected by this this melancholy. It's essentially its initial monstrous aura that you've unfortunately had to face and hardcore failed at. So what are we doing now? You guys get to go first. This creature, still seems to be ignoring the three of you, by the way. I guess I will say, so I'll describe the scene a little bit better now that you're on the floor. I know you've been in a lot of cubicle farms, but it's where you're at, your IT again. All of this stuff is pushed around on the walls themselves. So desks, monitors, cabinets, literally anything you'd find in a cubicle farm is pushed around this room. This thing sits at one desk it's about 3 or 4 desks pushed together with several monitors and computers and keyboards that it's typing away at. The, like I said, the skins of multiple Actioneers have been sloughed off and they lay about the floor itself. There is, in fact, a party snack table. This one, however, looks to be almost completely bare. Just plates, crumbs, and a completely empty punch bowl sitting on it.
Bags of Funyuns,
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to eat my chocolate kisses.
Oh.
Right. So that gives me double action on the turn.
Yes.
First action, I'm going to drink my energy drink.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Do I have to roll or do I just get +6 automatically?
You roll on that.
Okay. I'm going to roll on that. That's a 2. So I'm up to 3 assets aside from my 1.
Oh my God. You went down to 1?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I did. Zach. Okay. And then, okay, we're on the IT floor. That means all the equipment on the side of the walls, it's got to be more connected than it is on the other ones. I want to try turning on the equipment, and I want to put on a lo-fi beats to relax and work to. Get this thing to chill out, dude.
Oh, like every IT guy, he's obviously got a bookmark. Someone is signed into YouTube and has their lo-fi beat bookmarked. Yeah.
I gotta get that girl on the computer with the cat, and it's flipping the page, and the cat's turning its tail. Yep.
Oh my God, that's
lo-fi girl. Yeah.
Lo-fi girl. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you give me I'm going to say smarts here. That's going to be.
If you roll a 1, do we get the Badger song? Is that?
Yeah. Baby Shark starts playing.
Oh, God.
No, I got it if it's a 1. Don't worry. I got you. It's 3 hours of vines.
Oh, not the good ones either.
Nope.
That's a 6 + 1, 7.
Nice.
Whoa.
If I could get it and put it in the box, it's a 6.
So, like the first one you get into, like it's already there among many, many pages of stuff that someone probably shouldn't be browsing at work, but they're IT, so they get away with it.
Yeah.
Is absolutely your lo-fi girl, just chilling. Like, and it, as it comes on, this thing reacts visibly. Like the three of you not only see it react, but that pulsing despair that you were feeling stops for a moment. And you see it like kind of bobbing its fleshy mound of a head that doesn't really have a neck, just kind of bobbing a little bit. And it makes some sounds, and these heads pop out of its back and its torso and its side, and they're all saying things like, Just gotta get to 5 o'clock.
Just got to make it through the week.
Weekend's almost here.
Hump day, am I right?
Someone's got a case of the Mondays.
Did you see the new girl down in training? Like, just all it's suddenly it seems a lot more mellow. And why don't you roll me a d6 as this thing is taking good vibe damage now?
Yes.
Lo-fi damage to relax and study to. Here we go. That's a 2.
Cool. It as it does these, one of those faces kind of falls out of it and plops onto the floor as it like takes this damage.
Yes.
What are you two doing?
All right. So so now kind of like seeing what's going on and seeing it starting to bob, I was like, man, you could totally be her boyfriend. You know that? Like you're handsome enough for sure. Like, she probably wants someone like a little fleshy and a little big and but
She's really
so,
into those amorphous guys,
right? But you know what? I bet you she really wants is someone who's like super smart and can like pull us like a backup of some files on the internet. Like I know that this is a special request, and I know I'm supposed to put in a ticket, but maybe just this once, you could help us. We need a backup of that floppy disk.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, Mr. Alex Michael Zach. You're going to roll a d6 first, and on a 1 through 3, you're actually going to take a negative on this because there's a very good chance this guy would never feel like he's good enough for this girl. Come on.
Well, that's it. That's why I'm trying to charm him, man. Like that's
well, I'm saying you might get
right.
4, 5, 6. You definitely get your charm.
I mean,
bonus.
I'm a +1 to charm, and is this going to be a naked d6 or to get my +1?
You're going to see if you're rolling flat or get your bonus, right, depending on how much he negs himself on a daily basis.
Oh, fuck.
That's a 3. Now
that's a 3. You're going to be rolling flat on this,
all
though.
Right. All right, that's fine. I'm going to use the other die, though.
As you say this, he says, I can't. She probably doesn't get all my Gundam references.
No. But she prefers Dr. Pepper over Mountain Dew.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
I heard she plays Magic the Gathering.
What'd you get?
That's a 1.
Yeah. Excellent. This is our floor, guys. This is our floor.
Hold on. I unplugged my headset.
In rage and despair. Josh is suffering from personal despair.
Yeah.
Bad vibe damage.
No, how much bad vibe damage? Yeah. Now I'm convinced like he's right. Like, oh man, no, you're right. Like I'm rethinking like my life choices, like, so like my supermodel girlfriend, and like, like she's probably cheating on me.
You're really nice vet, and you're like, I should have gotten it in black. Red is so cliche. And as you get closer to him, like you feel this despair too, and like you've put a hand on him to like you were trying to charm him.
Yeah.
And you, my friend, lose 5 assets as it doesn't just go away. You sink into him and start feeling the same vibe as like you're all the way up to your shoulder.
I'm down to 1 asset, so I'm probably deeper than my shoulder. Like that's like I'm like ass deep in this guy. Like that's that's
like, there are
classic.
I'm not going to shame anyone. All right, who's next? What do we got?
It's me.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Also, not to put myself at anything of a disadvantage, but you mentioned that other folks lost assets when they got onto this floor. You didn't cover that with me when I biffed my roll. Did I lose any additional assets other than eating the? No,
you ate that. That was essentially
that was
flavor wise and to really screw you.
Yep. Okay, so
I mean, if you want to eat a second one, that's fine too. But
no, I think I'm going to try and use connections through like good references, so we know that this amalgamation of IT workers is wanting time off. I'm going to try and convince them that I know the people in HR that they need to talk to actually get time off approved.
Ooh.
So I'm going to like name drop and tell them the right paths and channels to negotiate, and
the AA.
Yeah,
the AA in HR that works the guy that approves them. Yeah.
That's my goal here.
You actually, Librarian Conan, the AA for Conan Librarian.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a 4 on the die plus 1. That's a 5.
5. Oh, that's great.
And
what do you say?
I'll tell them, like, look, if you can get us a backup of that floppy, the one that we just had an issue with, not going to mention that I just ate it. My mouth is like bleeding from the metal and plastic that I just ate. If you can get us another copy of that, then I'll tell you, you can go and talk to Librarian Conan, who is the direct administrative assistant to the head of HR, and they can get you those time off days approved. And you can kind of grease the wheel and, tell them that you helped us out and then we helped you out, and, scratch my back, scratch yours.
One of the faces comes out and says, backups? Why wouldn't I have backups? And as he says it, he like, whoa, and drops a floppy disk out of its mouth.
We'll take it ever so gingerly and like put it in a pocket.
And
grab it off of the ground so nothing else gets gross.
Another face pops out and says, email sent. Is he good about getting back to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then another head pops up top and says, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I got a D&D game. We're down a cleric.
I've got a thing already for this weekend. I'm really maybe next weekend though. You get your time off approved. I've actually got to work overtime this weekend, so unfortunately, it's not going to work. But
back to the grind. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a D6 here too? Because you got your asset, but what you got?
I got a 6.
A 6 because here's the thing: good vibes. You're giving him hope, so he takes another 6. Positive vibe damage.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, and I'll say as you do this, like one of these faces flops off and like crawls back into one of these skin suits. And the skin suit like crawls over to the computer that Horace was working on, and he starts bobbing his head to the lo-fi, and you see like he opens up some actual programming tabs and he's starting to do some work.
Back to work.
Now he's laying there and he's only like a half full skin suit, so like his legs are still like empty pajamas with footies laying on the ground.
Yikes.
But he's going for it. Is that all 3 of you, right?
Yeah.
Or who?
Yes.
Horace, you went? Okay. It is. Okay, it is this thing's turn, and you guys have been building it up. It's feeling positive. It sent this email about possibly getting those days. He's feeling a little more productive. He's got one of his skin suits working again. And he's got his buddy here. Here's the thing, not a lot of people come down to IT. Not a lot of people really, not just empathize, but really sympathize and really feel what IT feels, because they're always down there in the dungeon grinding away, answering texts on the weekend, and then at like 7 a.m. they're up on their own time on the weekend for their own personal garage sale, and these idiots are texting them about shit that was requested on their off time anyways. Like, no one gets that, but you know who does get it? Well, Alex Michael Zach gets it. Like, he's feeling it physically, literally. And he looks down, like he kind of rotates his head. You know how an owl just kind of whoop, like 90 degrees to look down at you, mostly absorbed in him. And he says, he opens his own mouth, not just a head that pops out, and he says, we've got an opening for middle management here on the floor. And he's gonna roll. Well, he's trying to charm you.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because he's stroking your ego. Who doesn't want,
Totally, yeah. I think I could I think I could make a difference here.
He rolled a 2 on this charm.
Nice.
So I will let you, as he says this, like, first off, who the fuck is this guy telling you where he thinks you should be, right? You've got your department.
Yeah, wait a minute. There are no exercise bikes here. Like, there's no, like, wait a minute. This isn't my department.
When's the last time any of you drink water and not something with caffeine?
Yeah. And not to mention, like, there's, like, what is your favorite red wine? Do you even know what red wine is? Like, when was the last time you had
red wine?
Oh my goodness. No. Oh my God. Do we get our back up?
I'm gonna let you roll a d6 as you pull out of him.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. You regain 5 asset as you pull out of him. He loses 5 assets. Now, here's what I will say. The assets that you gain come out of this blob guy. So you are now essentially reformed, but half of you is blob flesh golem stuff. So you're going to want to wear like full leisure suit to cover that. It's going to be...
Yeah. Like I'm going to have to like, all right, I need like 90 days at Gold's Gym to go ahead and take care of this. Ugh, I feel gross.
Like you need liposuction for your fingers at this point, just how blobby it is.
Yeah.
Take a lot of steps to get back to where you were.
Steps. Yeah.
And he's got that, and he's gonna make one last attempt here, guys. You have the asset, you've escaped his grasp, but he does have one more card to play, and all 7 of the hands that he has at these various keyboards stops, and then furiously starts typing, and the 3 of you on his screens each see your personal browser histories, because apparently private doesn't mean private.
I thought I was on incognito.
Now, each of you are going to give me a roll that you want to roll. Tell me how you're hiding, justifying, or otherwise maybe not actually browsing anything inappropriate. You pick a roll and you tell me what do you see on this screen? And then we'll see how bad it goes for you.
All right. I don't know who on my team, probably my administrative assistant, frankly, but I don't know who on my team was looking up.
I'm going to interrupt real quick. I love the idea that your character the whole time keeps referencing your admin assistant, not realizing it's him.
Oh, totally.
You keep giving him direction.
Oh, yeah.
He's just some admin assistant. He would have to listen anyways, but you don't know it's him.
Scott, Steve, whatever his name is. Yeah. Whatever, whoever, but yeah, so I don't
for a new job.
Yeah, because whoever your boss is sounds like a real asshole. Like that's
tell me about it,
yeah. Like, I don't know who on my team was looking up Carmen Electra on the Howard Stern show, but it certainly wasn't me. Like, that was not.
I should give you an asset just for that reference. I'm gonna give you 1 just because that's such an outdated, fantastic. Like, because I will tell you, if that pulled up on a search history screen of anyone, like, no one would believe any story that would follow that would be good or bad.
Exactly. So I don't know who, like, I don't know, like, what, I mean, like, I'm on the internet, like, all day long, but I'm, like, doing, like, a bunch of, like, market research and stuff like that. So, like, who knows, like, I don't know if that was, like, buried in, like, some, like, weird, like Chinese pop-up or whatever, like, Russian hackers or, like, something, but it certainly wasn't me. And if it was my computer, then somebody, probably one of these IT guys, like, hacked into my computer to go ahead and get get it. So like like you're doing now.
Uh-oh. Careful now. All right, what you rolling?
Work ethic.
Okay. I like it.
That's a 4. So a success, but not a
So here's the thing. You're not embarrassed because that's a Carmen Electra on the Howard Stern show. That's a classic. Like you're gonna throw out any excuse, sure, but that's a classic.
I feel like I'm giving listeners of my show an entirely new look on me. That's
you throw this story out, and this IT despair blob looks down at you and just goes, I get it. That's and you are fine. So he's unfortunately, it's as you say this, you realize, bing, it is being sent company wide. Now, here's the thing, though. Company wide, most people are going to open this email and, all right, yeah, I get it. So you're going to be okay. What about you guys? What do you got, Horace or Steve?
I think for Steve, he's been wanting a new job, right? He's been wanting to maybe transfer, but also he's probably been on like all of the job posting websites like LinkedIn, Indeed. He's on
Glass Ceiling, Monster,
Glass Ceiling. He's even gone so far as to go to like
Glassdoor,
Craigslist, like just like real bad scumming the internet, trying to find any other work that he can do. And that's my dirty little secret there. So I think that's a connections role.
I like that
for me. Well, I rolled a 2 plus 1 to connections, though, so that's a 3.
There you go. Oof. So here's the thing. This email goes out. And it's like, that's not great, obviously. You don't want management knowing you're looking for another job. Nope. But you do see that there's an immediate read by someone in, I'm going to roll. Oh, you get an immediate read and a reply. Now, you're not at your work desk. You can't get your email, only FPR on your mobile device. But one of the middle managers at one of the office drone plazas outside of regional is interested in your resume. Now, here's the thing. Like, you better get to an interview with him quick because you're on a clock at this point, depending on who reads this email. You may be getting fired before you get a chance to transfer, but, I mean, you may have a shot here, depending.
Yeah, if we don't get into HR with this disc, then I know where I'm going right away.
Horace, what do you got? Okay. It's the last one. What do we got here?
Okay. I think in that split second as it's loading, Horace, he's IT, right? He can install programs on his PC. He's got an administrator password over here. I like to think he's installed some sort of VPN, right, on his own computer to mask whatever he's doing on work time. And I mean, if I can argue for smarts, I'll argue for smarts.
Yeah, I'll give it. That's good.
Okay, let's see here. 7.
Whoa.
Nice. Jesus. I've never rolled this good in anything. Holy hell. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So what he pulls up on your search history is free online classes for improving productivity programming.
Yeah.
He pulls up your docket of the training program you're building for your coworkers. He's pulling up every BS program that you've built to look productive, and he sends that out, and immediately, like, everyone in the company is suddenly seeing that this real go-getter down there in IT, Horace, like, even when he's not working, he's working. And man, that does something, because as soon as that email goes out, and thank God someone got a full-blown success here. As soon as that email pings, on the eastern wall. Now, it's weird because the eastern wall is covered in office stuff and is technically a glass wall overlooking the rest of the decimated, destroyed city. But there's an elevator there.
What?
Blindingly clean and white. And Conan, hey guys. Hey, IT, looking like looking. Hey fellas, you got couple. Why don't we? I got your email about the requests for the time off, and I've already got Librarian Conan on it, looking through the program. So, thank you for all the things. Whoa, things. Come on, team. Let's get going. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
As he motions for the three of you to follow him onto the elevator.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, elevator time. Let's do this.
So I heard about that D&D game this weekend. Are you guys still down a cleric?
As you walk away, one of the faces pops out and he says, "I'll send you the stat build requirements."
Yeah, I've got a bard that I can. That's kind of like a cleric. Can I?
And you guys load onto the elevator as it grinds shut. Conan Librarian here, he looks crisp. He smells like shortbread and success. The elevator, as you're standing in it, you're like the grime and debris and the blood you're covered in, like even as it hits the floor, is like sucked up and away. The self-cleaning elevator just almost making you feel more pristine until bing, you hit the top floor.
Whoa.
The doors grind open and Conan turns around, backing out of the elevator, and just, guys, I just want to say, whoop, and he grabs the disc from you there, Steve. He says, I just want to say, I think you did a great job. I think that there's a lot of potential, and I think that you guys are more than likely assets for the company. And I just want to say, from the bottom of where a heart is, I want to say thank you for, what was this? This was the coffee run. This isn't whatever. Guys, thank you for taking care of your whatever. And why don't you head over to your offices, because Actioneers, you have in fact survived your work day. And as you walk onto the floor, you see as many canonically needed corner offices are created on this top floor. In this case, it's a triangle of this top floor with Horace, Steve, and Alex Michaelzak in etched letters on frosted glass that you can barely see, as you can hear the rotor spinning on your own private helicopters. Actioneers, congratulations on a productive day.
Yeah.
That was close, man.
I'm so excited to just jiggle my mouse so it looks like I'm active on Teams every once in a while.
Exactly.
Yes.
What you got to do is you got to rig a rubber band to the mouse to a fan that
so it just goes
oscillating fan and makes the mouse move.
I'm gonna do that, but with my fucking personal helicopter. Hey!
Nice. Fantastic. Nice. Guys, that was a great game. Usually more people die, and you guys got real close.
Yes.
I mean, I was at one point, I was at 2 assets, and then another time I was at 1 asset, and I know, Alex, you were at 1 asset for a while.
I got to 1 just for a bit.
I have not run a game.
Surprisingly, the entire
time.
When you get hit in the face with the chair.
I've not run a game where no one died, so this was a first for me.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
So fun.
Guys, thank you so much. That was... Everyone brought just the most the most horrible corporate anything to this game, and it was amazing. It was.
Is it weird that IT monstrosity is like my spirit animal? You know, like it's both my spirit animal and my sleep demon.
Paralysis demon is where I was going.
Paralysis demon.
And that was the role you guys had on that chart for the random floor encounter.
Oh man!
And I have been waiting to run that encounter. Just that really. Yeah, that guy came to me. I don't want to say in a dream, but definitely inspired by nightmares, waking nightmares.
After playing this manager role, though, I need to go take the longest, hottest shower, and just it'll be like the end of the crying game. Like, why did I do that? Oh god!
It's just water and rubbing alcohol. All at once.
All of us hate you. So
yeah. I mean, that was yeah. Oh boy, goodness.
Oh man, good times.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being game, for just really committing to it and bringing such awesome ideas. And as always, every time I run this game, there's something new that I want to add to future content. This executive trainee, like that guy will be a monster in the. No, it's not a monster manual. It would be called a corporate directory that I'm building.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Perfect. So
the organizational chart. Yeah.
The org chart.
Yep.
Oh, that all
chart.
Four of us said it at the same fucking time.
Yeah, it's too true.
Well, Zach, thank you so much for running this game, and fantastic job running the game, but also with design. Every aspect of it has been utterly enjoyable to hate along the way as we play. So very much appreciate all of the effort you've put into it. Alex and Josh, thanks for coming on and playing. This was a great time. We'll definitely get together and roll some dice again with everybody in the future.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's such a blast. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us on. Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great getting to hang out with you guys and getting to play. Looking forward to doing it again. Listeners, hope you have enjoyed our delve into corporate hell, at least somewhat. And as always, the best thing you can do for our show is to go out and tell 19 of your closest friends about 19 Hits the Dragon. Leave ratings, reviews, whatever you can, wherever you get your podcasts. Go check out all these other guys' stuff. Information is going to be in the episode write-up, so go check them out and support them as well. Thank you again to you guys for playing, to our listeners for joining us on this adventure. Everybody take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time when 19 hits the dragon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, a word from our corporate-approved sponsors.
Hey everybody, we're the hosts of 2 Weeks, 1 Shot, a tabletop RPG variety podcast.
We play one-shot campaigns in a variety of systems.
With a variety of guests from all around the TTRPG scene.
And obviously, I bring a certain je ne sais quoi to every performance.
I never trusted jellyfish as one of my space racism.
Let's talk about how every time I run a game, you guys manage to find like the weirdest take you can possibly give on it.
Have you accepted one of my bugs into your body so that we can communicate telepathically?
No, get your bug. No bugs in my body. First sign of trouble, shoot it! Shoot it with the gun! Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search 2 Weeks, 1 Shot.
Are we ever going to have a serious discussion about playing furry pirates?
No, I just read. I've made it very clear.
I'm talking about it.
So I'll take that as a yes.